Hi, I'm Jaimy Lee. I'm the executive editor at MM&M. I'm here today with Frank Iorio, managing director of Frontline Oncology. Thank you for being here.
Thanks for having me, Jaimy. I appreciate it. Good morning.
So one of the things we're going to be talking about today is the cancer care market. So what trends are you seeing emerge in this market this year?
Well, one exciting trend is the culmination of years of research in cancer drugs. We're seeing a healthy flow of drugs being approved in the FDA. But what's more exciting about an array of drugs that are being offered is how drugs now can be matched to specific patients. So we can look at side effect profiles, how they're reacting to the drugs, and they can sit and speak with their doctors about how they're reacting to drugs and maybe shifting therapies. So they have options. Another very, very important trend, though, is how everyone in the healthcare ecosystem is communicating more, using technology to connect with each other, which is leading to the empowerment and education of patients.
What about the role of data? What role does data play in providing information about these new drugs and treatments?
It's clear data will be the driver of progress in this market. As more data is being collected, as we're able to analyze it in different ways, we're not only seeing an acceleration in medical discoveries, we're seeing a direct benefit in patient outcomes. One exciting thing to see is what's happening with the IBM Watson for Oncology initiative. What it's allowing us to do is aggregate massive amounts of data from disparate sources, pulling it together in a way we can analyze it and compare it on a large scale. But most importantly, what Watson is doing is bringing solutions to the patient level.
What are some of the different ways manufacturers are trying to raise awareness about their cancer brands right now?
Well, certainly they're turning to more traditional means. But looking forward, the real opportunity is utilizing communications technologies and expanding their reach and really working on specific messages for specific audiences. But not only can they push information out anymore, pharma can learn a lot, and they're embracing the sources of information back so they have a better sense of the market, the patient population, and specific cases.
Generally, what are you seeing drug makers do to kind of assess their overall oncology marketing program?
Well, certainly as they are trying a wider array of methods to reach their audiences, they also need to step back and take a holistic view of how are these efforts additive and how are they helping them achieve their overall brand awareness goals. So it's really important for them to use marketing metrics, predictive analytics, all those dashboard types of reports that keeps them in tune with the performance of all the tactics they're using within their overall strategy.
So patients are becoming increasingly engaged. How is this trend affecting pharma companies?
Well, certainly pharma companies recognize the increasing voice and power that patients have in their care. Pharma companies are relying on patients to provide feedback, to let them know how they're doing on their journey in treating this disease. Patient advocacy organizations are playing an increasingly important role in not only educating patients and supporting patients, but they're also helping to act as a conduit between all the various stakeholders in the cancer care conversation. So not only can they register patients in patient registries, they can match patients to clinical trials. They can continue their ongoing education and support. Frontline Oncology sees this as a great opportunity to help patient advocacy groups act as a conduit between all these stakeholders.
When did you start to see patient advocacy groups really become more engaged?
I think it started over the last few years. I think social media has been a big driver in their expansion and their shared voice. Also, what's helping drive this process is that pharma has embraced them as well. So as those channels have opened up, we're now seeing this tremendous sharing of information and connectivity, and everyone is working much more closely together to help patients and to further cancer research.
Well, thank you so much for being here today.
Thanks for having me.